Hello, I'm Mike of Neil Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. At least I hope it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, right. What situation are we in? We're in orbit. We still have most of the spacecraft. Oh, yes, we are supposed to have most of the spacecraft. Right. Okay. I'm a bit confuzzled of what because I actually had a crash. So, what's going on is I have gone back into orbit with the same orbit question mark ship that I've used before. But I've got myself into a not quite polar orbit. I wasn't as controlled as I would like to be. Because I'm not entirely sure this was the correct thing to do, but I took a scientist on board, which I'm beginning to think I didn't actually need to do. And so I didn't have quite as much control over my craft. So I wasn't quite as polar as I would like, which is a pity because I'm probably not going to get the number of biomes that I would like to get. I'm trying to think. Kerbal, EDA. Trying to see which ones I've got. So I've got Shores again. I want Kerbal EDA Space. There we go. So I've got water and grasslands. So I've actually got highlands and mountains in this go around. I'd quite like to somehow get shores. Shores is quite hard to get because you've got to like capture it very quickly. You don't have much time to get shores. But I have the horrible feeling that I'm not going to actually hit tundra or poles. I didn't hit poles on the way up. I might hit poles along there because if that's poles, well, I think I'm going to miss it actually because the Kerbal will be rotating underneath me. So this looks to just be grasslands. Now, unfortunately, what I don't have got highlands. I've got highlands already, haven't I? Yes. So, right, let's go back into normal mode. We'll go EDA. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to hope that I can get... just missed it. Well, no. Yes, just got shores. Brilliant. Annoyingly, what I suddenly realised I forgot to get a thermometer on this thing, which would have been good. Water grasslands. So I've got those three. Those are the only things I've got at the minute. So the next thing to is, am I going to get poles or tundra? This is highlands. I don't think this ever is going to become tundra. So basically, this is a way of just grabbing a whole bunch of science, without necessarily. Well, I'm still going to have to do the wander around KSC with a bunch of experiments on a trolley. Although, quite frankly, what I really need to do is I need to get those electrical abilities. Now, what are we going to go? Because this is nice and white, so I'm kind of hoping this will count as poles or tundra or something. Ice cap, Shuttleloo. EDA, can I get there in time? EDA. EVA reports. Keep experiment board. Yes. Ice caps. Nice. Right, that is almost certainly on. Well, having said that, one of the neat things about doing it like this, in this polar orbit kind of deal, is that Kerbal will rotate underneath me. So, ooh, I might get deserts. I might get deserts. I was about to say, I can wait until I get biomes that I otherwise wouldn't get. Well, I might get deserts here. Oh, I've got deserts. But not yet. So I think that if that counts as desert, which we'll find out in a second, then I'll get deserts. So I'm going to actually go in deserts. So EVA report, keep experiments, board. Sweet. So it's only tundra, which I'm not going to get. I do not have the delta B left to change my inclination in any way whatsoever. So what's my electric judgment? All right. So let's point ourselves retrograde. Turn that off. Now, what would be really nice if I end up landing somewhere that I haven't landed before, with like highlands or something, and get. Oh, actually, let's in fact do that. Let's just on the off chance that happens, EVA again, and we will head down the ladder a little bit, collect the data, and then restore it. Can I restore that? Well, I've got to spare one of those. That's fine. So just in case we end up somewhere interesting, I'm now prepared. And I don't know when to go in order to land on land as opposed to landing on water. So I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to desperately hope. Oh yes, okay. I was slightly worried that maybe my apparatus won't be good enough. Right, so we're now going to be going in. So I'm just going to eject. Actually, let's point the other way. I'm basically going to eject this downwards. Not that I think it makes the slightest bit of difference. And the game has crashed. That's really aggravating. Huh. Oh well. Right, so we're going to have another go. I've saved, so I've basically got all the science I was going to do. I've also done my maneuver. I'm going to see if I can just eject and not crash immediately. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I don't really need that. I'll keep it. Bring the heat thing up. So hopefully I will not crash this time. Well, software crash as opposed to Kerbal crash. I'll stop before we get to the atmosphere so we can actually point the correct direction. Now this configuration of craft has gone through the atmosphere before, so we should be alright. And I honestly have no clue where we're going to be landing. Oh, we are running out of electric charge, which is bad. Oh no, no, it's bad. Right, so now we've hit the atmosphere. The aerodynamics should be enough. Well, quite frankly, the aerodynamics are going to have to be enough to keep us vaguely pointing the correct direction. I need to get solar panels as soon as. I suspect this little expedition is not going to be enough. Oh man. I think I'm going to end up in the water rather than anywhere interesting from a science point of view. I'm fairly sure I've got everything from the water that I could possibly can get. Alright, so I'm stopping tumbling, which I think enough that now there are aerodynamic... I'm deep enough within the atmosphere that the aerodynamics is beginning to take over, or maybe not. Perhaps I was just lucky. Yeah, I'm going to be ending up in the water. Oh, this is bad. So I desperately need that heat shield to be in the way. And now I've run out of electricity entirely now. Oh Lord. That is exactly the opposite of what I want. Oh well, no, that's fine. Science Junior, I don't care about that. That I care about. I don't know why I tumbled like that. Well, I'm going to go back and pick that up again is what I'm going to do. Because I have absolutely no shame. Ah. Right, let's turn off our SAS now. And maybe use that as a bit of a heat shield, I think. Problem was I ran out of power far too soon and tumbled. So maybe it was as simple as I should have waited a little bit before that was bad. Right. Yeah, so running out of electric power and thus being unable to keep to pointing retrograde, that is a bad thing. I'm not entirely sure why I tumbled. I mean, obviously part of it would be the not being aerodynamic with the Science Junior on board. But we ran out of power dead quick. So this time I think by turning off SES for quite a longer time, I now have more power, but you can see it is going down quite quickly. Let's turn off that. We don't need the gimbal anymore. Kind of using it as a bit of a heat shield. But also... Oh, no. Also, by having it, because it's a big heavy thing, it's going to make it easier to keep to some kind of aerodynamic basically the heavy bit is going to go forward and thus keep us pointing the correct direction, even as we run out of well, we can see how much it's moving to keep us pointing the right direction though. I'm about to lose power again, but hopefully the energy drain is coming down, I think, because I think more and more the aerodynamic force is actually working for us rather than against us. I'm also unsure if I have 0 electric charge, can I do anything else? Well, I know I can. I can activate parachutes at least. Yeah, I'd quite like to land there, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to shoot that. Now we're immediately tumbling. I can't rescue this craft. Right, okay. I'm wondering if I can go back an even further save point. When was that quick save? It is possible that my entry is just too aggressive. So here, before I have, this is before, right, so this is before I've done the before I've done that braking. So instead of going so steep, I go to something like that. Maybe that will help me. Alright, so we'll go forward a bit. So before, my periapsis was really quite deep in the atmosphere, and now I'm going a lot less. I actually have a periapsis at the moment that is above the surface. In fact, that's a bit. I really was thinking maybe I should take my periapsis down to really only about 35,000. This might still be a bit too steep. So one more go at this, I think, and then I'm going to have to think about something else. Oop, hush you. I don't have as much electric charge because I didn't use my engine as much. Now I do have 161 meters per second, but that's not really that useful at the minute. Right, we should be heading into the atmosphere very soon. Because I didn't use my engine as much, I didn't get as much power out of the alternator. So that might be worth doing when I start to hit the atmosphere. not so much for the purpose of noticeably slowing my descent, but just getting a bit more electricity to give me more control. And I want to make sure that I'm not going too far off. So literally it's 8 minutes towards my periapsis. Presumably my periapsis is moving away from me. No, it's not actually. So this is going to be a lot slower. So I think we may have to leave it until next time. So thanks so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Neil F. Dice at neilfdice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, reach for the stars and desperately hope you can get back again.